Nigerian movies have always been a huge part of my upbringing. I watch them when I'm bored, when I'm doing my makeup, or late at night just to fall asleep. I watch them religiously at my big age, and I just enjoy how by conventional and American standards they're considered bad.
It's working.
Hold it! Is that why you're answering me right now? When I walked in here, what did I say I wanted to do? Did I say I wanted to do my hair or my nails?
Sorry, Auntie. You told us you came here to do your nails, not your hair.
Then you better not say what I didn't say.
Nigerian movies cannot be compared to anything else in the world, and that is why I love them, and that is why I will forever love them. When rewatching these movies, there's a kind of femininity, and that is displayed in the way that these women carry themselves, the way that they dress, as well as the way that they address men. So I grew up watching these women, and I just adore them. So some of my favorite actresses included Mercy Johnson, Iniedo, Tonto Dike, Chika Ike, Genevieve Naji, Uche Jumbo, and Rita Dominic. So these are all women that I grew up watching from afar, and I just admire them. And I believe for a time I consumed a lot more Nigerian movies than I did American media. So these movies, they taught me how to speak and understand broken English, and even now when I watch them too much, my brain is stuck on pigeon mode for days, and I can't stop insulting the people around me in my head. It's really bad. When I watch too much Nigerian movies, I go off in my head. So I just love Nigerian movies with all of their flaws, and there's always a moral to the story. There's always something that you can take away from a Nigerian movie, and there's always something that you will learn at the end of a movie. So although it may be 4 hours, trust me, at the end of those 4 hours, you will learn something. I love Nigerian movies with every fiber in my being. And when I say Nigerian movies, I'm talking about early 2000s, like 2000 to 2010, maybe 2015. I grew up watching these movies and I love them with all my heart. So in today's video, I made a compilation of the things that I've learned from watching these women in these Y2K movies, because it's really these like storylines that influenced, I wouldn't say they influenced me, but like I've always thought about them in the back of my mind, and I never thought to act this way just because I feel like they're just not humble, and like humility is everything, and these women in these movies, they're just not humble. So
hello, excuse me. Hi girls, I'm sorry to disturb you. I hear you guys are going for a party. I don't know if I can join you people.
What was that you just said?
Wait, what did you say? I'd like to join you girls for the party.
Are you blind? Are you sick or something? Huh? You want to join us to a party? I can see you don't know your class anymore. Where will you get out of this place? You stink with poverty.
It never crossed my mind to act this way, but these are certain things that you could learn if you were to watch Nigerian movies, if you were to watch these women in these movies that I love so much. The first thing that you're obviously going to learn when you watch Nigerian movies from all of these actresses, from these Y2K movies, is obviously confidence.
Men are indeed greedy. How can one man say he wants to own all this? Sharon, answer me. Selfish lots, aren't they? Easy, girl.
Confidence is so important. Like, it's honestly everything, and a lot of people, they're like, yeah, confidence is important, no, but confidence is actually so important. If you're a confident person, you can honestly get away with so much things. Like, these women are so confident, it's ridiculous. I think it's like confidence mixed with pride, so that's why it's just like a whole nother level of like, and they're not humble, so it's just a different level of confidence that they exude. Second one, always look your best.
I feel so awkward with this week. I've never worn a wig before in my life.
Can you please keep quiet and learn? You have to learn that nice wigs are a woman's best kept secrets. Because even when you don't have a dime to make your hair, you just put on a wig that covers the shameful thing inside there.
24/7, always look your best, because you don't know who you're gonna meet, you don't know where you're gonna meet this person, you don't know who that person is gonna be or how that person can change your life. So if you're going out, like, you always have to look your best. They're like running errands, they're wearing like 6-inch heels and like mini skirts and shit, and they're just like ready to rule the world. They're ready to steal your man. They're ready to go hunt men that are gonna change your lives. So I'm just like, wow, maybe I should do this, because you really never know where your husband's gonna be. So that's definitely something that you can learn. Another thing is to never underestimate a woman.
For Christ's sake, there are 2 white men, and that's the game. I have my eyes abroad. Well, forgive me, but I still don't get it. How come I'm not shocked? I'm not surprised at you at all. I mean, Pamela, you've always had your eyes closed to the vogue in town. Listen to me, classy girls these days all go for white guys. You know why, sweetheart? Because that is the surest ticket to attending international status.
So the key that I learned from a lot of these movies is to just never underestimate a woman, because they're so ambitious and like they're so intelligent, and they're always manipulating someone and always finding a way to like make money and always finding a way to like doing things, and you're just like, whoa, slow down. Literally slow down. Like, I cannot keep up. So do not underestimate these women. Never underestimate a woman. So that is something that I definitely learned from watching these movies. Something that we really learned from these movies is feminism and hypergamy. So as I mentioned, hypergamy in these movies is kind of just a given way of life, and it's just the way that women are meant to be treated. Like, these men, they will just be like, oh, do you need some money? Like, out of nowhere, unprovoked, I'm gonna give you money.
My check with you.
Don't you trust me?
I trust what I see.
Anyway, I love the way you express your feelings. I have it with me.
Something that you definitely learn from these movies, like, it's emphasis on hypergamy without being like stated that it is hypergamy.
This car is just $250,000. It's not even expensive.
No, those cars are not good for world economic management.
Honey,
you don't want me to sit here? Okay, I'll go up.
The empowerment aspect of sex working, because I personally do not think that sex workers or sex, like, working in that trade is empowering at all, but a lot of people, they want to make you think that it is, and I really don't think that it is empowering. So that is another way that it could be viewed through like a feminist lens, that like sex working is empowering in these movies, but it really is not empowering. But the way that you watch these movies, it's like the way that the women, they dominate over the men, and they're just like making the men do whatever they want, and I'm just like, whoa. But it's not power, because if it was power, you wouldn't have to do it. You would just have what you want. You wouldn't have to have sex to get what you're trying to get. You would just get it without having to have sex. So it's not power. But the other thing that we learn is finessing. These women will finesse you out of all your money, all of it, and it will be your fault, because you were too stupid to see, you were not smart enough to see that they were finessing you all along.
Now that you have seen me, man, do your worst. I just want my money back. Which money? You lie. You lie, Mr. Albert. You can't win on that. Even if you involve the police, I'll win this case. You're right. You gave me money to buy tickets. I used it for something else. What I use it for is none of your business. Ooh.
And I'm just here for it, because I love those type of movies. My favorite type of movies growing up were the ones where like the village girls would go to like Lagos and they would just become prostitutes. So like I would be rooting for them. They would go to university, and they'd like find a friend that used to live in the village, and she'd be like, yeah, I'm a prostitute, and then like she would initiate them into prostitution. Like, I was just like, woo, yes, go girl, like this is amazing. And then at the end they would do some like ritual juju, and then like they would lose a foot, or their foot would swell, or they would die, or they would just start smelling. It was just love Nigerian movies. But they always have a moral, and it's like, in God we trust, because in God we trust. But their moral was always that if you do bad, like, bad is gonna come on to you, which I feel like is a pretty good moral of the story. Life is short, so you better enjoy that shit. So literally, life is so short. I did not come here to suffer, and these women, they did not come on earth to suffer. They came here for luxury. They came here to enjoy life. They came here to chop money. They came here to eat good. They came here to look good. They came here to smell good. They did not come here to suffer on this planet, which is something that I feel like a lot of people, including myself, is going to start abiding by.
Hey guys!
Hello. Guys.
Yes.
Guys. Oh, please don't let the sun beat you. I know you want to have some fun, and I know you've never tasted good brandy in all your little miserable life. So let me give you the pleasure of coming in to have some. That is, if you dare to cross this compound. Nice. You want some?
Nah. Let's celebrate, dears, to a wonderful chase.
Yeah, that was amazing.
Yeah, you would need some driving lessons.
It's not always worth it to be the bigger person. So this is, as I said, some of the lessons are good, some of the lessons are not good, but it's not always worth it to be the bigger person. I know people always want to be like, you gotta forgive, but like, you don't have to. As long as you're not holding a grudge and you're not out here being negative and just being a horrible person because like someone did you wrong, you don't have to forget that person. Like, you really don't.
I love your bracelet, that's so beautiful.
Come on, Alicia. Don't tell me you still keep that little misunderstanding we had the other day at heart.
Wait. What's that smell? God, what's that awful smell?
Alicia.
Hey! You guys stink and that cheap perfume you've drowned yourselves with.
Alicia.
Please, get out of my sight. I said get out of my sight!
What's yours belongs to you, and it's yours. So a lot of the times in these movies, the times in these movies, like, the women, they will like chase after men that are married, or it's always about a man, but they'll always be chasing after things that don't belong to them, or they'll be looking at another person and be like, oh my god, she has this shirt, now I need to buy this better shirt, or she has this car, now I have to buy this car, I need to up her.
Talking about the latest model. Oh my word, you need to see the engine. The engine composition is out of this world. It's just the powerhouse. Listen, honey, look, I want this car because I want to be the first to drive it before any of my other friends get a hold of it.
Or like, they will literally go broke trying to impress people. So people go out of their way in these movies, they go out of their way to find the latest things, to be the best, but it's like, it's not your time yet, and they force it, and that's when they end up into trouble. So that's definitely a lesson that a lot of people can learn when watching these movies, that like, literally, what's yours is yours, and it will find you when the time is right. Is don't be afraid to be blunt and state your opinion. I would say I'm a pretty blunt person. I do hold back sometimes, well, because I don't want to hurt everyone's feelings, because I'm not a sociopath. So I'm not gonna be out here just cussing people out.
My salary is enough to buy 1 million cartons of body spray for idiots like you who go around town polluting the atmosphere with your horrible, terrifying body odor.
It's different in these movies because they dead ass, like, they're just so rude for no reason whatsoever. They're afraid to be blunt. Like, life is too short to hold back. Like, if you have something to say, if you have something that's on your mind and it's not too crazy and you're not gonna make someone suicidal, then go right ahead and say it, and don't be afraid to state your opinion. I do that a lot on my channel, and a lot of people are like, you're so honest, and I'm like, really? I thought I was holding back. I hold back a lot in my videos because as I said, I don't want to hurt people's feelings, but definitely they're not afraid to be blunt, and they're not afraid to put you in your place, which is something that a lot of people need to learn as well. The last thing, which is seduction. They're queens of seduction. They will seduce you, and take your money in your back pocket and go home and buy clothes.
You know I hate him.
Big John, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Book a hotel room, let me know the room number, and I'll be with you tonight.
I'll do just that.
Seduction for these women, like, oh my god, seduction is everything. Seduction is key to getting anything you want in life. You want to get a good grade in school, seduce your professor. You want a job, seduce your boss. It's that easy. A couple of lessons or a couple of things you can learn from watching these movies. Not everything is good, obviously, because a lot of the time the things they be doing in these movies but these are like the couple of lessons that you can learn, and if you want to live by them, then go ahead. If you don't, it's just kind of like a funny video I wanted to make. So if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video.